Good morning, viewers. This morning we are going to learn on how we solve a simultaneous equation using matrices method. So here you have our question. We have two simultaneous equations given as 3t minus r is equal to 5, and we have the second simultaneous equation given as 5t minus 2r is equal to 9. So for us to use matrices to solve these two simultaneous equations, what we need to do is, the first step, we should write these two matrices or these two simultaneous equations in matrix form. And for us to write them in matrix form, we are going to write it as 3 negative 2 5 3 negative 1 5 negative 2. That gives us a 2 by 2 matrix. TR is equal to 5 9. So when we write the two equations in matrix form, the first step or the next step that we are going to do is to find the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix. And how do we find the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix? We multiply the leading diagonal, subtract the other diagonal. So for us to get our determinant, it is going to be negative 2 times 3 subtract 5 times negative 1. And by doing that, we are going to get our determinant as negative 6 minus negative 5. And having that, we'll have our determinant equal or equivalent to negative 1. Having our determinant equivalent to negative 1, the next step, we are going to find the inverse of the 2 by 2 matrix, the inverse of our matrix here. And we are going to take the inverse of our determinant, which is going to be 1 over negative 1. It will still remain the same as negative 1 into brackets. For us to find the inverse, we need to interchange the leading diagonal. We interchange the variables of the leading diagonal. Here we will have negative 2, and here we will have 3. Then the other diagonal, we are going to change the sign. This will be 1, and this other one will be negative 5. Having that, we are going to get our inverse. So we can open up our brackets. Negative 1 times negative 2 will definitely give us a 2. Negative 1 times 1 will give us a negative 1. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 will give us a 5. Then negative 1 multiplied by 3 will give us a negative 3. When we have our inverse, when we get our inverse, the next step we are going to do is we are going to pre-multiply the inverse on both sides. We pre-multiply the inverse on both sides. And by pre-multiplying the inverse on both sides, having our equation as 3 negative 1 5 negative 2, TR is equal to 5 9. When we pre-multiply the inverse on both sides, we'll have 2 negative 1 5 negative 3. That is our inverse. We pre-multiply it with our matrix, which is 3 negative 1 5 negative 2. TR should be equal to, still on the other side of the equal sign, we will pre-multiply the inverse on the other equal sign, having 2 negative 1 5 negative 3. Pre-multiply our matrix with 5, 9. 5, 9. Having that, we will now solve our matrix. And how do we solve our matrix? We multiply what is on the left hand side of our equal sign. When we multiply this, it definitely gives us what we call an identity matrix, and our identity matrix will be 1, 0, 0, 1. That is what we call an identity matrix. TR is equal to, for us to find the value of T, we will multiply matrix 2, negative 1, the first row, and our column. And for us to get the value of R, we will multiply 5, negative 3, which is our second row, multiply by our column, which is 5, 9. So for us to get T will be equivalent to 2 multiply by 5 plus negative 1 multiply by 9, which will give us 10 plus negative 9, giving us T as 1. And for us to get the value of R, it will be 5 multiply by 5, that is 5 times 5, plus negative 3 multiply by 9. So when we solve out this, 5 multiplied by 5, definitely it will give us a 25, plus when we have a negative 3 times 9, it will give us a negative 27. We will get our R as negative 2. Therefore, the solution to our simultaneous equation, which is 3t minus R is equal to 5, and 5t minus negative 2R or minus 2R is equal to 9, our solutions are t is equal to 1 and R is equal to negative 2. So by doing that, you have already solved a simultaneous equation using matrices method, and there are still some more application questions that you can do so that you can ensure that you have perfected in that area of solving simultaneous equation using matrices. I will therefore leave you with some two questions which you can take as your assignments here. Solve the following. Solve the following using matrices. Solve the following using matrices. You can have A, 4P plus Q is equal to 6, and the second one you can have 2P minus Q is equal to negative 3. Use matrices. By solving that, you will get 3 marks. Then go and solve also the second one, which is x plus y is equal to 0 and x minus y is equal to 4. By doing that, you can also get some 3 marks. And by doing this, I believe you will have perfected on how to solve simultaneous equation using matrices. Let us meet in our next lesson. I wish you all the best as you look forward to improving in mathematics. Remember that mathematics is life and mathematics is everything. When you pass in mathematics, you are in a position to do well even in other areas. Have a good day.